Okay, okay. For one, it is way too fucking hot for me to turn off my air. I do not have central, air. Um, I'm not big baller shot caller yet, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind. Um, but what I will say is this: you will not be seeing my fucking face on this video because it's too damn hot, and I'm a real, street nigga that rolls himself up. So I'm not really, the most dressed right now. And I could give a damn kiss my motherfucking ass. But the truth still has to be given and the show must go on. So first I'm gonna let you hear something that I said earlier about the whole Jamie Foxx thing, because I know most of you think that this what this video is about. No, this video is about how majority of Black Americans are niggers, and they take advantage of that by making you do dumb shit. So, peep me out real quick. Just listen. It's a video I did on Facebook.
No. I don't even know if y'all can hear me. Hold on. Hold up. Okay, hopefully that didn't just disappear. But anyway, I never used the word clone. That's not what I said. And then also, I want people to realize something. What I am looking for has nothing to do with your conspiracy theories. The shit that y'all talk about, I don't talk about. I don't deal with conspiracy theories because there is no conspiracy to a pattern. If something is being done numerous times in different ways, but it's leading to the same thing, that's not a conspiracy theory. That's a pattern, which I understand most people don't comprehend because most people are slaves. Doesn't mean you have a whip and a chain. That's never always been a slave. I could have swore, people said Tina Turner was a slave to Ike. It's like she didn't have a whip and chain. That slavery doesn't have to always mean chattel slavery. I know that's what you guys think, but no, that's not what slavery is. Lastly, why would they have to clone somebody who is involved?
Did you hear me? Did you hear me? Do I have to say it again?
I know that's what you guys think, but no, that's not what slavery is. Lastly, why would they have to clone somebody who is involved?
What makes y'all think that Jamie Foxx is not involved in this situation if he's making a movie called They Cloned Tyrone? Wouldn't it, just walk with me? Wouldn't it make sense for controversy purposes that they would use this as a gimmick? Now, don't trip. You guys aren't blind and you're not dumb. So I'm going to, speak on the differences in how he looked. But I'm just saying, why would you think that he wasn't involved in this?
I never said anything about fucking cloning. That's y'all word. That's what conspiracy theories or theorists would say. They'd say, "Oh, it's cloning." I don't believe in cloning. That no. I feel that part of this is about his movie. You know what I'm saying? Some of it is about his movie. But the thing that threw me off was they showed a video of him in an SUV, bald headed with eyebrows. Then he comes out, he has an actual talk with us, but he has hair on his head and no eyebrows. So I'm like, did you guys jump the gun? Did you guys put that out too fucking early? Maybe that was the case. I don't know. But I know something fishy is going on. So it can either be for his movie or in truth, they're doing a lot of weird shit with y'all because at the same time, last time I checked, old girl that supposedly seen the toddler, that never happened. So people were like, okay, oh, she's faking it. But it's like, well, why would she get news coverage? You know what I mean? That's where I'm at with it. I'm at with it's like, yo, they want you niggas to vote Democrat again. That's pretty much what it is. That's all this shit that's coming out. The Emmett Till statue. It's like, well, why didn't you guys do that when the black guy was in office? Why didn't Barack Obama do that? Why are you guys doing that now? You guys are weird, motherfucker. You're just weird ass people. So, before the Emmett Till statue, we got the George Floyd statue. Oh, and the Harriet Tubman statue. It's like, what the fuck is this going to do for a group that is 50% of the crime and is killing each other all fucking night? What is that going to do for them? It's not doing anything for them. Just like the Christopher Columbus statue wasn't doing shit for the Italians. They weren't using that as, oh God, I have to have a statue of Christopher Columbus. No. So, to me, I say all that to say this. Like, I've been out of it.
I love haters.
No. So, to me, I say all that to say this. I never use the word clone because I don't even talk like that. Like, I've been out of that zone. That was maybe like 2-3 years ago. You guys could have said that shit, but no, I didn't use the word clone. I feel that I know from visual science that the first video they gave us, he had a bald head and eyebrows. Then he comes out and talks to us. He has hair on his head and no eyebrows. That's just weird to me. You know what I'm saying? Now, do what you will with it. I've already seen the movie. They cloned Tyrone. I get the message in it. You know what I'm saying? Like I told people, the prostitutes were real, but the drug dealers and the pimps were cloned.
I hope y'all understand what that means. You know what I mean? Because while everybody is watching people on this story that are using the word cloned, you're not even realizing that you're being played. Anybody using that terminology is probably working for the government. Because why would you use those words? This shit is deep. Watch, I'm going to show y'all. This shit is deep. This shit is deep.
What does that mean? Well, let me explain something to you guys. How do you guys go from Pendletons and gangster rap to tight-ass pants and majority of your entertainers are gay? Better yet, when did that happen? Black America, let me ask you a question. When did majority of your entertainers become bi or gay? When did that happen? See, y'all are worried about the wrong shit. Y'all worried about people cloning you. Ain't nobody cloning you dumb motherfuckers. They trying to kill you niggas off. They are not cloning you black people. For what? What the fuck? With basketball, they already got y'all. Football, they already got y'all. What would they be cloning you for? No. That is a movie based on the 70s and all the weird conspiracy theories that black people used to make up about the man, the fuzz, the big guy. We know all that shit already. But if you're somebody like me and you're like, yo, that's part of blaxploitation and that was all CIA created to make black people dope fiend, drug dealing, pimp motherfuckers, well then, nigga, you know, it's not about being far-fetched. It's more or less like, well, don't you see it, motherfucker?
Now, am I lying? No. All that jive turkey 70 stuff, all that was blaxploitation, which is exploitation. That's all they did. They just put the word black. Remember, you just got that word. Blaxploitation starts in the early 70s, 71, something like that. Okay, you just say it loud. You just got played. You just got into that shit. Now all of a sudden you're into blaxploitation. And what did they give you? Sweetback's badass song about like basically a gigolo sleeping with a bunch of black women, and they were molesting him because he was 12 years old. This is how they start your movies off. This is the first black movie. Okay, black exploitation. That's the first movie they give you. Is Sweetback's badass song about a 12-year-old boy who gets molested by a grown-ass woman. And they're like, they killed your mama, they killed your, but they ain't kill me. Okay, they tell you all this, but in the beginning, he's molested by a grown-ass woman. This is how they start y'all off. Then y'all get Superfly, the Mac, all this bullshit. Free of charge. Boule approved. Boule approved, because these are black people that played these roles. Let's keep going.
See, it did work. You know what I mean? Jamie Foxx, I don't say is a clone. I'm saying that they put the pictures out backwards. Either they're doing that for his movie or they just fucked up. But that's what happened. I didn't say he was a clone. I'm not saying any of that shit. That's conspiracy theory bullshit. There's not There's nothing more conspiracy theorish than people out here talking about COVID is real when nobody said it wasn't real. We said it was man-made. You got and remember your stupid shit y'all say out y'all mouth. Y'all said it was a natural disaster. We were telling you no, it wasn't. Fauci had been doing gain of function since 2014. The same year Barack told you in 5 years you would be dealing with a pandemic. That's not a conspiracy theory. That's fact. That's where y'all be fucking up at. Somebody like me I have the videos, bro. I've already put it up. I've already put this shit up on the Instagram. I've already picked this shit up on YouTube. I can put it up on Facebook, but I have my proof. I've already proven that nigga, they played y'all. And what did it do? It got y'all to break down off of your morals, and now you have a bunch of faggots teaching the kids. Message! Now you have kids chopping off their wieners and their titties, and it's like, look at y'all. And y'all mad at somebody like me who's like, yo, there's no such thing as conspiracy theories. There's conspiracy where everything is lining up to one thing. That's all I'm telling y'all. It is like, I don't see how y'all don't believe that. You know, they never said there was a bunch of devils. They said there's one devil. Okay, he has a bunch of demons, but one devil. Okay, so that's the same thing with conspiracy. Yes, it's a bunch of little shit going on for one cause. Message!
Back, say that shit one more time.
Okay, he has a bunch of demons.
No, the whole
That's
thing.
all I'm telling y'all. It is like, I don't see how y'all don't believe that. You know, they never said there was a bunch of devils. They said there's one devil. Okay, he has a bunch of demons, but one devil. Okay, so that's the same thing with conspiracy. Yes, it's a bunch of little shit going on for one cause. Message! I hope y'all get what I'm saying. I hope it makes sense to you. If it doesn't, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Welcome.
Remember, the person you voted in has a picture with a Ku Klux Grand Wizard. The person did what I'm
okay. Now, here's where we're about to end this and go to what's on the screen, because I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you why they have you searching for black girls on the side of freeways for toddlers that don't exist. Why they have you, mad at criminal behavior happening to criminals. Like, you guys are mourning your rappers like these are entertainers. These are not. These are boule niggers that are leading you to hell. They're not entertainers. They never were. They don't even have any talent. These people don't rap. They fake sing on auto-tune. They don't even have no real vocals like that. All of it's a joke. But you're the butt of it. Now, before we get there, let's finish hearing what I was telling people earlier about what situation you put yourselves in. Let's go.
I hope it makes sense to you. If it doesn't, whatever, it doesn't matter. Remember, the person you voted in has a picture with a Ku Klux Grand Wizard. The person that you voted in has got caught with coke in his motherfucking office. The person that you voted in, son, is a known motherfucking dope fiend. The person that you voted in has a black VP that says she won't do shit for black people, and she doesn't even claim to be black. She claims to be a fucking Hindu. That's y'all.
Claims to be a Hindu. Hold up.
Message! That is y'all, with the first homo black that says she won't motherfucking office. The person that you voted in, son, is a known motherfucking dope fiend. The person that you voted in has a black VP that says she won't do shit for black people, and she doesn't even claim to be black. She claims to be a fucking Hindu. That's y'all. You know what I'm saying? That is y'all. With the first homo black fucking whatever the fuck that lady wanted to call herself. That's y'all. That's y'all. That's not me. That's y'all. Okay? Also for Trump. No, motherfucker. I fucked with Trump in 2016 and up. because he was exposing the child molesters. You know what I'm saying? That's
You notice they don't talk about that. The whole QAnon thing, I don't speak on that because I don't need that. I don't need the conspiracy theories. I don't need that. I have the Franklin cover up and the mix with the Pizzagate whole situation. I get it. I totally get it. I don't need QAnon to talk about fear loading in Las Vegas and adrenochrome. I don't need conspiracies. I understand. We're dealing with some dope fiend ass people. How the fuck are you gonna slide dopamine, but at the same time you have somebody literally smoking crack? So you have crack around the White House. You have conspiracy about dopamine, adrenaline taken from young children. You have the Franklin cover-up with the Paul Bonanaki testimony about George Bush Jr. getting domed from a white boy and a black boy. All this stuff is on this page. You can literally watch my videos. You will see it. But no, none of that stuff is really going on. But hold up.
That's the only reason.
Hold up. Y'all let in a racist be the president. He has a VP who said that he dogged her out when he wanted to, do no busing. But then she turned around and became his VP. How did I know that was going to happen anyway? She's married to a white man. See, it's all tricks and smoke and mirrors. That's all it is. This whole racism thing is fake. I'm gonna show you something.
With Trump, I don't give a fuck about him. But I will say this, nigga, I did grow up in the 90s, so I know that Donald Trump is on Method Man's album. I know Ice Cube said he wanted to be like Trump. I know everybody said they wanted to blow up like Donald Trump. So niggas really never had a problem with Trump until he ran against the nigga president. Who, remember, his whole 8 years in office, you didn't get no Emmett Till statue. You didn't get no Harriet Tubman statue. He didn't give two fucks about you motherfuckers. And he still don't to this day. It's like, it is what it is. I'm telling black people all day, y'all the guinea pigs. Y'all are the suckers on the board. That is what it is. But don't get it confused. You know your old evil white man, he a sucker on the board too. Why you think he the main one getting turned out? This old evil white man is the main one dressing up like a woman. Get it? It's both of y'all. It's the chessboard. That's what it's always been, motherfucker. And the truth of the matter is this. They trying to kill y'all off so they can get this place to all these illegal immigrants, claiming that this used to be Mexico. But if you really know history, you know the Mexican ain't nothing but a hybrid. That's not even a real fucking person. That's why all Latinos are ethnicities. They're not a race. It is what it is. We'll get at it later, yo. I gotta go. All right, ghost.
Now I let y'all hear that because I honestly want people to get the concept of what I'm about to share. Everybody talking about Jamie Foxx. Like I said, you gotta remember, y'all talking about the Jamie Foxx situation. Y'all got audio and visual of King Von talking about sucking a dude's dick and talking about he can't go in there, talking about he's in jail. Oh, he can't go in there because they're not going to approve of his sexual preference. And you have these people on the streets talking about, oh, he's just saying it because his enemies is in there. But they're claiming this is a real G. I don't know any real gangster that is going to going to protective custody. And the reason that they're doing it is because they're going to lie about their sexual preference. I've never heard of a gangster doing that in my fucking life. That doesn't even make any sense. I think Lake from Queensbridge said it best when he was talking about Prodigy, God bless dead. He's like, nah, he did PC. He didn't do involuntary PC. That's different. It's different if you do involuntary PC where they're making you go in there. You're such a risk. They're like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Nah. This motherfucker, yeah, we know he has a gang of enemies and we want him in court. We want him to go through his court date. No. We're forcing you to go in there. They didn't force King Von to go in there. So it's making me look at him a lot different. Y'all can talk all this killer shit, but who gave him that title? Who gave him it? America, white people. Chessboard, black and white. Why am I saying that? Because I'm about to blow y'all fucking head off. like I said, all of these people that are conspiracy theorists, you know what I'm saying? They're mainly Pan-African Democrats. Even if they don't want to admit it, their talking points are Democrat because they're racist. Everything that Pan-African is talking about is racism. They keep talking about uniting this worldwide Africa, but they're never uniting anything. They're always just talking about, their points. But there's stuff they're not sharing, which lets me know that they're Democrats. The reason that Republicans can't say anything, I'll share it with you. I'll show it with you. But first, let's listen to this and listen to it well and get what is being said. Listen.
Kamala Harris accused of lying about Florida's new Black History curriculum. The vice president traveling to Jacksonville and blasting the state's new Board of Education standards on teaching slavery.
They want to replace history with lies. Middle school students in...
What'd you just say, girl? What did you just say, girl? You said they want to replace history with lies. Okay, hold up. Keep going. Hold up.
School students in Florida to be told that enslaved people benefited from slavery. They insult us in an attempt to gaslight us, and we will not have it. Instead, they dare to push propaganda to our children. This is the United States of America. We're not supposed to do that.
The media piling on over the vice president's concerns.
Free housing, permanent employment, and all-you-can-eat cornbread. Board of Education of Florida wants you to see that job description and think, maybe slavery wasn't so bad.
But this is the game that they have been playing, trying to both sides, racism and white supremacy.
I have to laugh. It's so disgusting that there were personal benefits of any kind to slaves.
And just because Black people write it don't mean that it doesn't mean it's going to be accurate.
Shame on you people in Florida. How dare you try to whitewash.
We can't teach the correct history of this country because it makes white kids uncomfortable.
Now, that's all I wanted. I'm a team player. So I understand the emotion that people go through when they don't read and when they just accept what people give them. Because I was there. I was that same person. I was so, oh, look what they did to us. And oh my God. And I'm just creating all these emotions off stuff that I'm seeing, but not really seeing. A lot of the slave stuff are drawings. A lot of it is drawings. They can show you people in the cotton field. They can show you people in, chains and stuff like that. But it's like, for the most part, it's really the same 4 pictures. When it comes to slavery, they mainly show the same 4 pictures. You know what I'm saying? They'll show hangings, but that's not slavery. That's at a different time, and that's a different conversation. Right now, what we're talking about is how they are teaching slavery, had benefits. You know what I mean? And how could you say that about Black people when they were slaves? Yada, yada, yada. All right. And like I said, if people don't watch this now, they damn sure gonna watch it later. And you're gonna have to take some accountability in your life. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to realize that this whole thing is about sorcery and spell casting and trickery. What it's all about. So, Black people were slaves. I say Black people were slaves and they were abused. Let me ask you something. Why do I have record of Black slave owners? Here's another weird thing. Why not only do I have record of Black slave owners, but I also have different sex as Black slave masters? Now look, category black slave owners of the United States. Now remember, the Pan-Africans have never shown this. None of them. Neither had the Democrats. None of them. But wait, there's more. Neither had the Republicans. But why? See, if I get to pick my starting five, I'm not going to pick any whack players. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to pick the best on the roster in the top five, because that's the whole point of it. Starting five, top five. That's the whole point. You got to have strategy and common sense, and you got to know how to play chess. So, why? Before I get into this, why were we told a one-way story about slavery in America? Why were we given this woe is me, black people were slaves? Why? When I can show you, and this motherfucker is like, I think 31 pages. I don't know how many of them are, but we got them by alphabet. Okay, see, it ain't that many. But there shouldn't be none at all. You know what I'm saying? There shouldn't be any black slave owners. And there damn sure shouldn't be any female black slave owners. But there's a few. Let's go to this one right here. Let's go to the top. Marie Therese Coin was born as Coin with no surname, also known as Marie Therese Dite Coin, and Marie Therese Metoyer. August 1747 to 1816, was a planter, slave owner, and businesswoman at the Colonial Louisiana outpost in Natchitoches. I don't know how to say that. A Louisiana Creole of color, Coin was born into slavery. Her freedom was purchased in 1778 by Claude Thomas Pierre Metoyer, with whom she had a long listing in 10 children. Okay, she and her descendants established a historical community of Breville of Creoles of color. They made sure they threw that in there, along with Cane River, including what is said to be the first church founded by free people of color for their own use. St. Augustine Parish, which later became a church and university where most, like some of the smartest black people came out of. Where's her slave day? When still young, Coin had 5 children. Some records show that Coin's first 5 children were of full African blood, and others suggest were partly Native American, fathered by Chata. How ironic. About 1765, her mistress granted Coin to live with the young French merchant Claude Thomas Pierre Metoyer. Coin had gained the interest of Metoyer during his many visits to St. Denis household. I don't know, let's get into this. Okay, business activity. All right, that's better. All right. As a free woman, Coin exploited a variety of economic enterprises. She manufactured medicine, planted tobacco, and trapped wild bears and turkeys. Go ahead, girl. If you don't go, fucking kick their ass. You're supposed to be some old backward ass people that don't know anything. If you don't get them, which were sent to the local market in shipping Pedre and oil, along with indigo that she sourced from the bear's skin to New Orleans, along with her curd tobacco. She became a landowner and a taxpayer as Pipus. Catholic, some type of Catholic. She volunteered labor for the upkeep of the parish church. Like many other freed slaves in colonial Louisiana, she eventually acquired slaves. So wait a minute. And I already know what they're gonna say. They're gonna be like, oh, but that's under the Spanish territory. That doesn't have nothing to do with the United States. Hold on, Pippin, hold on. I even got South Carolina yet. Relax, because I've already talked about that. But wait a minute. Like many other freed slaves in colonial Louisiana, she eventually acquired slaves in order to protect them from others in the parish purchasing them. Most were related to Coin or close friends. She labored alongside them until her health began to fail. Some accounts state that she held a small farm set of 67 acres. Other accounts show her as the owner of a plantation empire of 12,000 acres and hundreds of slaves. Let's go somebody else. Let's go somebody else, man. There's a few people here. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go to Thomas Day. I need your slave information. Even though this dude's a builder, you know what I'm saying? He's a furniture craftsman, you know what I'm saying? A cabinet maker. You know. Because niggas is ignorant. Niggas don't know how to do shit. Niggas are violent. That's all they do is kill people and shit. They don't build nothing. Where your slaves at? Let me get you some slaves real quick. That's all I want. I don't want your building skills. You know, they ain't gonna respect that. Okay. The Union Tavern building consisted of Day's family home and the second level. Now remember, Day's an ex-slave. He's a black dude. Day's workshop in the back and his showroom on the ground floor. Cuz got a showroom. Look at this motherfucker. The house. This is their house. This was their shit. Look at this big ass motherfucker. It's like, niggas out here. The niggas are coming. So anyway, showroom ground floor. In his shop, Day utilized various forms of labor and crafting techniques. Day employed white apprentices as well as free black and mulatto laborers and his own slaves. Dude had slaves, black dude. 1840s. You know what I'm saying? Day worked with hand tools in his earlier years, but in the 1840s he introduced the steam power into his workshop. Steam power quicker Day's crafting process and increased producing levels. So like this dude's bringing in fucking steam power and shit, like niggas wasn't even doing that. But he's a slave owner. Now, why am I saying this? Why am I bringing this up? I can keep going. I go for days with this shit. Like, there's so many of them. Like I said, these are all slave owners. All these niggas. All these niggers. All of them. All slave owners. All right. I can go deeper, but I want to clear something up. I want to get y'all to understand what I'm doing. There's a reason that I say the Pan-Africans is dirty. Democrats is dirty, and even the Republicans have some dirtiness in them, but there's a reason that they cannot speak. There's a reason that the Republican Party cannot speak, because it is a hidden remembrance that you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like they can't tell you this. You know what I mean? Because they don't have enough of you to guard. You know what I mean? Remember, you keep saying Republicans number old white people. All right, so dog, how they gonna protect themselves? How do you think the Democrats are protected? Who's riding in the streets? It's you. The Democrats are protected by the blind Negro, the Negro who's lost, who keeps voting for them and preaching for them and praying for them. And that is the trick. You know what I'm saying? If you thinking they want you to love America, it's like, no, love who and what happened. Love who was there and what happened. We can talk about the Indian thing. That's fine. That's fine. But when it comes to your voting, what's really happening to you, you have to realize why you're the one with all the spooky stories, all the gang bang, violent drug dealers are supposed to be your role models. And then they try to turn around and say, oh, I'm not a role model, but you're only giving this to children. You're purposely making songs for children. That's all the people you want to listen to. Rap's a young man's game. Why are they saying that? Why are they doing that to you? Republicans don't own no fucking Hollywood, dog. Y'all just heard one country song and lost your mind. All right, this supposed to be white. It's right America. Why is this the number one country place? Why is it all rap? Who are they brainwashing? They're brainwashing you. And they keep your numbers slim. They keep your numbers slim. Okay. So, Republicans cannot tell you because it's like I said, when you have a starting five, you don't want no weak people. You want the strongest people you can get. So why would they want some people that they have to tell this to that can look it up just like me and you are doing right now? There's nothing wrong with all these free Obama phones and, you know, all these cell phones that people got and they steal whatever for people to Google something or research something or look something up. There's nothing stopping anybody. It's just that's not what's around. You know what I mean? That's not what's around. That's not what they're trying to do. They want people to be like dumb. You know what I'm saying? So there's this big thing about Jamie Foxx right now being cloned. And what people don't realize is I don't believe in clones. I'm not gonna say that. I used to say shit like that. I don't say stuff like that. You can have stunt doubles. Now, see, if you'd have said that, that's different. If you say a stunt double, that's different. But as far as clones, nah. Why is it only black people they talking about cloning? If you notice, Jamie Foxx, Gucci Man, Kanye West, they say Eminem. I've heard people say it before. I've heard people say Eminem's clone, but it's like, why? What is the basis of that? Like, what's the point? Oh, y'all talking about the devil? Okay, you think that making y'all believe that they work for the devil and cloning people is more important than lying about history and lying about what actually happened in a group, pacifying another group with these lies, and they keep, you know, whining into it and crying into it, and it's like it's not even what really happened. You know, this ain't a large amount of black slave masters, but this is all in Antebellum South. This is like, I'm talking about 1840s. Black people haven't got free yet, still slaves. So this is in the Antebellum South, and there's black people that own slaves. And there's a happy amount of names. And then you also got to remember the slaves. These are just the owners. So that means, you know, all these hundreds of slaves that y'all give, they was beat, hung. Okay, so why are there black people that were doing the same thing if white people were so wrong and slavery so bad? And, woe is me. Well, then why were black people doing the same thing? The only difference is you can say that the stories you're hearing, at least from the Negro slave masters, is they were teaching the slaves craftsmanship. Like, it seemed like they were trying to raise them up. It's just you lived on a plantation. So that's where you ate. That's where you slept. You know what I'm saying? The world's not what it is back then, what it is today. You know what I'm saying? It was village living, pretty much. People just stayed into their own little communities. It wasn't all this expressway, the freeway, the airplane. It's like, bro, it wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you guys, you know. I know you guys are in a different world now, but I'm just telling you, it wasn't like that. So as far as some freedom and stuff like that, they pretty much were free because that's all they knew. You know what I'm saying? And people keep telling you that. It's like, even the slave master, motherfucker, he was expound to have a basketball team and shit. Like, he did plenty of stuff with his slaves. Motherfucker, they weren't thinking like that. They weren't doing shit like that. At least they weren't. Election time is coming around. And they trying to hit y'all with the same old jive. They're going to hit you with the Hollywood devil worship clone shit. They're going to hit you with racism. They're going to eventually, somebody going to get shot by a fucking white cop. Watch. Eventually, mark my words, it's going to happen. Everybody, oh my God, white cop shot. Oh my God. You know, they got everybody arguing about genders. And I'm not talking about, you know, transsexual and stuff. No, I'm talking about men versus women, all that shit. It's like everything's going on. And y'all gonna vote for these funky ass Democrats. I guarantee it. And that's why I'm saying this is why it's so hard to get them. Because people are going to be going off of the dupes. You know what I mean? I used to argue with people all the time, like, dog, why they're having you look this way, they're doing shit that way. It's like, that's how they do it. They always do it like this. And for her to come out and say, oh, they're trying to lie about history and claim that, you know, slavery was a good thing. Well, can you at least add the black slave masters? Can you at least tell the truth? You know what I'm saying? And then also, for a Democrat saying that shit, it's like, tell the truth. Who was the fucking owning slaves? There is no Republican Party when the Civil War is fought. The Republican Party comes out of the Union. Remember, that's what they keep saying. Oh, all he cared about was the Union. Okay, so nigga, technically, you know, Abraham Lincoln really never really got the experience being a Republican. You know what I'm saying? Because he got killed. It's like, nah, he was for the Union. So there is no Republicans until black people are free. So I don't understand why, you know, it would take two, you know, Illuminati creatures, you know what I'm saying, to come in the 60s, two CIA agents, and, you know, make black people jump and switch. You know, and people be like, how you gonna blame Malcolm X? Because he's the combative one. You see, it's hot versus cold, it's up versus down. Same shit they did with Tupac and Biggie, same thing. Y'all pick your poison, but just know this. The Jamie Foxx clone thing, it's irrelevant. Because at the end of the day, you can clearly see that when he showed up in the SUV, he was bald-headed and he had eyebrows. But then when he did the video, he has hair, but he doesn't have any eyebrows. It's like, well, okay. Did y'all put out the wrong tape early? Like I said in the beginning of the video, it's like, did y'all put out the tape early? Did y'all fuck up and do it backwards? And maybe he was supposed to put that statement out before he showed up in the SUV with bald head. Because the SUV is 11 days before the watch. I'll show y'all something. It's funny. It's funny as hell. It's 12 days ago. It's 12 days ago.
Going out in public because
bald-headed. It's a bald head with eyebrows. Bald head. Eyebrows. Bald head. That's a bald head. That's a bald head lie. It's a bald head. That's a bald head. Look at that bald head.
Like Jamie Foxx. I mean,
well, not only that, but like we said, Harvey, if he's still living at this facility,
bald head, eyebrows, bald head. Hold up. This is 2 days ago. Now, I'm not saying that his hair can't grow. I wasn't saying it like that.
To hear
I'm
updates,
saying,
but to be honest with you,
now he might be a hairy person. You know what I'm saying? His hair grow back fast. Okay, that's cool. I'm not arguing that. But I'm saying, is it that he's cloned, or did they put? I mean, I know he's not cloned, but what I'm saying is, did they put the tapes out late? Did they put this tape out late? That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? This could be like some Hollywood trick that they trying to pull, where it's like him recording this in tears is older than him being seen outside in the SUV. But here's where the other flaw comes up. Him on that boat. Now this is 2 weeks prior. Him on the boat is 2 weeks prior before the SUV. The SUV's 12 days. So, hold up, get close. So he got hair. So he got the hair. Tell me this ain't weird. Tell me this ain't weird. Okay, so 2 weeks ago, he had the hair. You know what I'm saying? Same haircut, right? All right. Then 12 days ago, he's bald headed.
going out in public because
12 days ago, he bald headed. 2 weeks ago, he had the same type of haircut as the supposed clone video. Okay, 12 days ago, he has fresh, shiny bald head. That motherfucker glistened in the sun. All right. Fresh bald head. Now, 2 days ago, he has the same haircut again. As he did on the boat. Now, I don't know about y'all, but that's weird. You know what I'm saying? That's weird.
I just don't want you.
That's weird as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody deny that. Because I just showed you it. I just literally showed you it. 2 weeks ago, he had this same type of haircut. Then 12 days ago, he's bald-headed. But then 2 days ago, it's the same type of haircut. So what am I saying? I'm saying, yo, maybe this tape is old. Maybe the crying tape is older than him getting in the SUV. Maybe that was how he looks. He bald-headed. Because I'm like, yeah, hair grows. But that's weird, bro. 2 weeks ago, you had the haircut that you do in this tear video. But then 12 days ago, you bald-headed. See, I'm gonna peep knowledge because I'm not a spooky person. I keep it 100. And that's what I'm doing. I'm showing y'all something like, nigga, something's not adding up, nigga. Something's not adding up. Yes, actually I do. Actually, I know it is, and I was. That's what I was explaining about 10 minutes ago. It's about making people vote Democrat. As long as you're lusting a celebrity, as long as you're worried about Hollywood, then you're a part of the Democrats, because that's what they do. They put false idols in front of you and make you worship them. They're all part of an agenda. You think Doja Cat's dressing up in all red and talking about being a Satanist for no reason? You think Kanye's talking about Jesus, but at the same time, we know he said he sold his soul for, you know, a chain and a Happy Meal or a couple toys and a Happy Meal. He's already confessed. Then he said they killed his mom. Oh, they sacrificed my mom. You sure they did it? Because they probably did do it, but you sure you didn't give them the okay to do it? Oh, you can't say something like that. Why not? Didn't he fucking, you know, talk all this Jesus walk and, you know, he's for black people, but then he marries one of the biggest fucking, like, white puppets in the industry, Kim Kardashian, really? After she had already been ran through by, like, several different people. He married her, had children with her and everything. He married a known rat, a known Hollywood industry rat. Didn't they have stories about her playing with your butt? And I can believe it because I remember the picture of you wearing Amber Rose pants. So, like I said, from King Von weird ass statement to, you know, just countless things. You know, Suge Knight making people drink piss. It's like, why do you want people to drink urine? Like, very homoerotic, don't you think? Just a lot of weird shit in that industry. And then it gets woven with the street life, which is the prison life, which they're raping in there. So it's like, don't you see it? They're making men dress up as women. Like, don't you? Okay, then you have this transgender thing. And what's the first thing the rappers say? Oh, I'm not trying to diss the LGBT community. For some reason, they never want to diss them. Maybe because they're a part of them. Isn't there a lot of molestation and rape going on in the projects? Oh, it's happening everywhere. Not as much as it is in the ghetto. Or the streets. The rural areas. Let's say it like that. Let's see, what are you talking about? I don't think these guys last. I started to think that they just take their likeness because they are royalty. Maybe we see the originals at the beginning. I'm going to keep reading it because, you know, I know there's more to it. They all get replaced. There's always some sort of an accident. If you look into celebrities, a lot of them end up in an accident at the beginning of their careers. I just think they take on another role, then come back. They always film things months later. Well, let's say it like this. I know the 911 call that was placed for Michael Jackson when he supposedly died was a paramedic or operator 33. So I totally understand what you're saying. But what I'm telling you is I know why they do that. At the end of the day, everything is done for a reason. And it's the Indian conversation, but I don't want to get into that right now. I want to show people that they're playing with you guys. They're playing with you guys when it comes to this whole Jamie Foxx thing. Just like the that whole Ocean Gate. People didn't even peep the name. It's Ocean Gate. They made all that shit up. All of it's a distraction for your top secret information passing to your enemy, coke dealing, crack smoking, hair of young girls sniffing, weird ass administration that you guys aren't noticing is pretty much taking you guys into the ground. And you're clouded by Hollywood, which I keep trying to tell people. That is an offshoot of the Illuminati. The Illuminati is ran not by white people. It had to be somebody who's not white at all, and everybody's worshiping the same teacher. Doesn't matter if you're Christian or Muslim. Y'all all going back to the same book. And they're the ones who run Hollywood. And they're also the ones who put all these black people, you know, the ones that created all these different sounds on. That's why every movie has a soundtrack. I keep telling you, it's the same people. It's always been, always will be. Aleister Crowley is on the cover of a Beatles record or album. There's a reason for that. There's a reason that they have these different connections and they're able to control people's minds because they're running all the arenas. They're running the media. They're running your entertainment industry. They're running your music industry. They're running your schools, your hospitals, all this different stuff. They're running the same things. I'm just telling people, hey, at the end of it all, this Jamie Foxx thing is a distraction. As far as the Jamie Foxx thing, I mean the R. Kelly thing, Fiesta's song, the video is on Epstein Island. It's on St. John Island. That's where they filmed it. I have that video on here too. See, a lot of these things are not spooky. It's not conspiracy theories. It's conspiracy. It's all done for the same thing. William Cooper, the Roman circus, Ben told you about it. And that's old. That's not even his. But that's old. Feed them bread and entertain them, and they'll never get what's going on. You know what I'm saying? They'll never get it. They'll never get it. And some of us do, and most of us don't. But Jamie Foxx shouldn't be, because I look at it like, because I don't even know if you're black or white or whatever. You could be a fucking Nigerian or something. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, if they're using black people, then 9 times out of 10 it's to lead people like on some emotional astray shit. That's how they do it. You know what I mean? That's how they do it. They use the most emotional people to gather the emotions. That's how it works. And it's usually white or black. That's how it works. You know what I'm saying? Black people are very emotional, so are white people. So it's an easy game to peep once you peep it. But I bring it back to, you see everything's going on, they got everybody emotional, and then all of a sudden now they're talking about slavery and the way that they're wording it and talking about it. It's like, nah, that's not even what's going down. There was black slave owners. Oh, why don't they teach that in school? Because you're in a program. The school is not to educate you in the sense that you're thinking. The school is to educate you to work in the program, to be able to work within their system. That is what it is. That is what black people integrated into. I mean, that's what they don't get. Oh, you're not a part of that. Yeah, you got your damn mind. You got your damn mind. You could have been just like the Indians on the reservations. You would have been the same way, but you'd have had your own stuff. Remember, you had all them inventions. They didn't burn down the reservations. You ever notice that? Nobody ever talks about that. They never went to the Indians and burned down their reservations once they got them. They only went to the black towns and burnt them down. Why? Maybe because you had a lot of craftsman skills, and maybe because, of India not being, India until 1947, and Christopher Columbus coming over in 1492, and there is no India, so there isn't any Indians, so he couldn't have been talking about no Hindus from Hindustan. Maybe it's that. Maybe there's a lot of different fucking truth that, they're not sharing. Like, I just showed you a bunch of black slave masters. People don't even think that's credible. They're like, that could never happen. Oh, it could. Like I said, there was at least 171 black slave masters in South Carolina alone. See, you thought Wikipedia was going to give us all the juice? No, of course not. But it is true. So while you guys are out on your spooky missions, not realizing that all these thugs you're following are actually undercover homos. And it wouldn't matter if they were really street anyway, because what's cool about raping and pillaging the neighborhood, the village, and the villagers? So it seems like you let the school curriculum go to become criminals, which you learned that from them also, because they say, you were slaves. You just wanted to be free, and you were free, and you were happy. Remember, you don't know this whole system of how they're gonna run things, their whole business part. You don't know none of that. So it's like, when did you become some thief? Or is it that there was Negroes having cockfights on the plantation and it wasn't as bad as they try to make it sound? Maybe they're friends. Maybe they've done business together too. Maybe they are doing it. Maybe Jamie Foxx is a part of it, seeing how he's black, but he can't be a part of it. Whatever. If you got the jab, I feel sorry for you. Because at the end of the day, you see you didn't need it. You know that chloroquine and that, what was it, horse tranquilizer, I think it was called? It's funny that the horse tranquilizer has been used on humans for years, for decades. And the hydrochloroquine that a black woman tried to tell us about. And we dogged her out because, oh, she rolling with the Republicans. Oh, she has to be crazy. It's like, no, she wasn't. A lot of people had to lose their job because of that jab. I didn't, because I actually at that time was going through a transition in life, and I wasn't working a high corporate or, warehouse job. I was actually working at a fast food place, but not your regular fast food. It was more like a donut shop. Something real simple, but something that has to stay open. They don't want to close it. So I survived all that stuff. Not one shot. And you know what I got to say about that? There was weird interactions I felt at the time. I'm not going to lie. A lot of pressure on your chest. You know what I'm saying? Shortness of breath. But nothing too serious to where I would need a hospital visit. Nothing like that at all. And I've always been a keen sense on, like, my nose is like a fucking dog. I don't know. It's just weird. It's like I can sense when stuff is around I'm not supposed to be around, and I would quickly leave the room and, you know what I'm saying, just get clean air. It's like it's different. It's weird. It's like a flu. It's like there's a bug in the room. You know what I'm saying? And if you know how to, sense it before it gets too in your system, then you don't even have to worry about it. Now that's just natural immunity. You know what I mean? Some of us have good bodies. You know what I mean? And what's up, Late Bloomer? I see you, bro. Peace to you. But at the end of it all, when people start to realize that both shades are involved, that's when a lot more can get done. And the people can stop being so easily fooled. Because that's all what's going on right now. People are being fooled to believe that a system wouldn't have order or structure or a certain way to, operate. I'm telling you, all this stuff that y'all are seeing is loading you up for next year. I guarantee you're going to see a black person killed by cops. They tried it with the Black Lives Matter person's brother. It didn't work. And then the next thing you know, they were bankrupt. Like if they knew their mojo was falling off. Oh, I'm not worried about all that stuff. When it comes to these symptoms, these diseases, I'm not worried about that. You're not going to live forever anyway. But now that the cat is out the bag, it depends if you're on God frequency, like I keep telling people. We're not talking about praying on your knees on some weirdo stuff. No, we're talking about, are you on God's frequency? Do you see what is going on right now? Are your eyes truthfully open? And if they are, then you already know. Okay, Fauci's a fucking piece of shit. All right. Most people fell for it because y'all glued to the idiot box. You keep forgetting what Grandma said years ago. It's an idiot box. There's nothing coming out of this but bullshit. There's nothing coming out of it. It was first made to really advertise. You know what I'm saying? And that's why there's more commercials on TV than entertainment. There's way more commercials on TV than entertainment. Way more. Saved by the Bell type shit. Yo, way more. And then now they ain't really nothing on TV at all. Now it's just 1,000 channels of nothing. Doesn't even turn off anymore. You can't even turn the motherfucker off. Nah, I hear you. He said my family was pissed. Yo. Be honest with you. I don't see how they can be pissed at you if you're dead. So, you hear typing. Obviously, maybe you were right, more right than you thought. But I'll also say this, though. I know plenty of people that caught COVID and still alive. And I never called it a boogeyman. Like I said, it's like the flu. That's what I be telling you. And they're like, oh, but I caught it. Yes, motherfucker, you maybe have caught the flu. Like, what's wrong with you? I didn't say that you couldn't get it. I never said it was just, it's just made up. No. What I'm saying is it's man-made. And that was the argument. You guys were like, trying to doubt the preachers and all that shit. COVID-19, be gone. It's like, yeah, everybody remembers that. But here's the weird thing. Y'all traded on the Father, and the Father didn't even do it. God like, yo, y'all don't even realize these bitch-ass motherfuckers is lying on my name. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Oh, why did God say anything? God is that inner thought talking to you. You know, the thing that made you reject it, the thing that made you look at it like the mark. Like, you're like, nah, I'm not doing that. No. Okay, that was God. And a lot of us are still alive. And what they mainly tried to do was kill off the fucking old people. That's basically what they were doing. They were trying to kill off all our old people. How do we know? Because Cuomo sent out the fucking deathbeds when he let the fucking still infected seniors back into the old folks' homes. And all them people died. It was like 12,000 of them. Then they had so many bodies, they had to ship them to Arizona. They had them little freezer coolers and shit. Bro, look at this shit. And I remember the first body they had, it was all wrapped up in some blue shit. You couldn't even see what it was. And I'm like, well, how the fuck do I even know if that's a person? Like, nigga, I don't even know, B. I don't even know. Oh, my caught COVID. Okay, motherfucker, you caught it. And they're like, so many people died from it. How do you, nigga, it's the fucking elites. What are you talking about? First of all, they can make death certificates all day and then they overprint. But here's another funny thing. If they're allowed to use dead people to vote in this motherfucker, if people have been dead on a ballot, you mean to tell me that they can't have some names of some families and some families on TV and then some people you may know like, oh, well, shit, my homeboy died from it. It's like, nigga, how do I know you're not a part of it too? What the fuck is wrong with you? This earth's been here for a long time and you mighty old. How do I know you ain't fucking clicked up, crewed up, fucking lodged out? How the fuck do I know? That's when you start looking at everybody like, nigga, I don't know what you do on the weekend, motherfucker. They only meet up once a month. The lodges only meet up once a month any fucking way. So it's like, or 2 times. Like, so how the fuck am I supposed to know if you a part of this shit? I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Okay, so I don't care about you and your tragedy hoop stories. It's like that. I don't care. Oh, I caught it, but you're not dead. You sitting there talking to me, motherfuckers. Like you get into conversations about the fucking CV with people that caught it that's alive talking to you, and you're like, nigga, you're saying it like I was supposed to be worried. You're not even dead. The fuck am I worried about? What are you talking about? Okay. Same thing goes with the Jamie Foxx situation. Now, I didn't already proved it. I didn't show them on a boat 2 weeks ago with the fucking fade. Then I showed him 12 days ago in the SUV ball head. Then I showed him 2 days, what you're seeing on the screen right now, 2 days ago with the fucking fade. Something ain't right, nigga. Either this tape is old and they fucked up or they're doing this shit for his movie. And it's like, well, wait a minute. He was in the hospital. Was he ever really sick? Did the shit, his daughter was involved. Nigga, all of these motherfuckers are involved. What are you talking about? Tupac's mom told us that he fucking prophesied his own death. And it's like, he told us he was going to be rich till 96 and 93. It's like, wait a minute, bro. Wait a minute, bro. Is this why she kept you away from your dad, my nigga? Because she was plotting and planning with the Illumis? because she had been around him since the fucking Black Panther days, and maybe your dad was just a groupie flunky that was just there with a shotgun looking through the window, nigga, and she was the one that was really connected with this inner sanctum. That's why she was able to fucking be pregnant with you in the jail, and she beats her case eventually and all this shit, and she's a woman with no lawyer. She has no lawyer. She's by herself, nigga. Pregnant fucking street hoodlum, nigga, wins the case. Oh, ain't that about it, bitch? Like, motherfucker, just like a Felix Shakur or a Sada Shakur. Motherfucker escapes on a magical boat ride through the night to fucking Cuba. This is the only person in history that's a fucking black person from America that was able to ever do this. They've never heard about it again. You never heard about the mystery Cuba run again until who? Tupac Shakur. Ain't that about it, bitch? Who you talking about? Leslie Crooks? Talking about Leslie? Didn't his fucking cousin or his brother just do an interview on fucking whatever the name of that station is? Real Hip Hop, or is it this one? Is it the station that I'm on? Nah, it's not Comedy Hype. It's the art of something. But nigga, you see his name, Crooks. It's like, wait a minute, you talking about Pac? Well, hold up, I thought his name was Tupac Shakur. No, it's Leslie Crooks. Oh, because they can't be a fucking Shakur, because that's a group made up fucking CIA, FBI fucking name. Oh, now we get it. I've been telling people, watch them fucking Shakurs. Anybody with that fucking name is suspect as fuck. How the fuck y'all talking about Shakur? Y'all supposed to be Black Panthers from Africa, but his first name's fucking Tupac, and that's a fucking Indian name. That's a fucking indigenous American name. Why the fuck would he have that name? Yeah, another fake assassination or a real assassination. People don't even know. We don't even know. Because with JFK shit, you dealing with fucking somebody who had previously got through, I think, to either Russia or China. I think it was Russia. But the nigga got through so fucking fast, they were like, this is impossible. This would take everybody else like a whole week. This thing got through in 2 days. Who the fuck is this dude? And they was like, when he was out there, he stayed in like one of the most fanciest hotels. Like, how the fuck? The shooter, the dude who shot him, because JFK is weird. The dude who shot him gets clipped before he testifies by another person. That's weird as fuck. It's like, bro, we didn't even get to talk to this nigga. It's like, oh, he just shot right off. What? Why do you think that happened? Because the CIA is all involved in that. I would say so. I would say so. You know what I'm saying? But I already know that though. Like, all these motherfuckers is Masons. But see, there's a difference. Like I tell people, you can't look at Masons like they just bad. No. It's like saying your dad only beat you. Well, wait a minute, motherfucker. Don't you sleep in your bed at night? Isn't there a fucking roof over your head? Like, what are you talking about? You're just showing all the fucking cons. You're not showing any of the pros. So when you look at it for like builder, Mason, builder, you know what I'm saying? Masonry, like alchemy, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, well, that's different. You know what I'm saying? That's something that you need. But I always tell people, what are you building? What are you building? That's the thing. These people are building wickedness. Evil ass shit, motherfucking playing games on people, manipulating your mind. They got all the women fucking soliciting their body. Like, nigga, this is only shown in entertainment. And this is so weird. It's like they've turned stuff that's on TV into something that was supposed to be in a gentleman's club or something. It's like, what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on with you guys? You got fucking Miley Cyrus talking about, I can buy myself flowers, I can hold my own hand. If that's not some suicidal music, I don't know what is. That's the most suicidal shit I've ever heard in my life. I can buy myself flowers. I can hold my own hand. Damn, nigga, in this world full of billions of people, you don't have nobody? Come on, bro. Come on. And you're a fucking millionaire singing this shit. You're like, yo. And they're like, nah, it's a deeper meaning. No, bro, it's not. Because the people she's talking about are the number one fucking people around right now. She's talking about the fruitcakes. Who else are you talking about? You're not talking about no handicaps. And I don't see none in the video. And you dancing around. Bro, we know what you're talking about. You can't be talking about no relationships because these people don't need that type of music no more. They don't need no fucking pat me on the back shit. No. Hell no. That's what I'm saying. But Don't get it confused. Ain't nobody gunning at her because the other one talking about everybody's a sexy baby and I'm the fucking wolf on top of the hill. And it's like, well, wait a minute, motherfucker. Why are you looking at babies and why are you calling them sexy? This is demon work like all day. Motherfuckers just not seeing it. So, you know, oh, Jamie Foxx, he's sick. Bruh, maybe he wasn't. Maybe he wasn't sick at all, motherfucker. And maybe that's why 2 weeks ago he had a fade, and then 12 days ago he had a baldy, and then 2 days ago he had a fade. Maybe they are fucking with you. Maybe. Oh, it's the new show, they clone Tyrone. And it's like, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. The message that I got from that was, like I said, the prostitutes was real, but the drug dealers and the pimps, they cloned. That's all I'm going to say. If motherfuckers don't get that, then you just lost. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got nothing to do with pimping and drug dealing. No, it got to do with the agenda has flipped. That's what they're saying. They have flipped the agenda on you. You know what I'm saying? They flipped it. And that's why you got black people still to this day talking about reparations, bitching and whining, a bunch of alcoholics on the podium. And it's like, bro, why are you even talking? We've gave you guys countless of times. Look what you've done to the children. Look what you have done. We're not talking about black people as a collective. No, we're talking about the ones that have been talking for them. Look what you've done to us. Because you're emotional, weak ass. Someone who doesn't even take the time to just read. That's all you had to do. That's one thing that kept you away from. So you just turn on the idiot box and accept all this stupidness that they've been telling you. Well, I'm here to let you know. You can talk about Ouija boards and candles all you want. None of that shit helped when they whooped your ass and put you on a boat or took you from your land or took your land or however you want to look at it. None of that shit worked. None of your fucking tour cars was there because that shit don't come around till the 1400s anyway. So how long did you have that shit? And how could that have worked when you had your African or indigenous science previous to that and still got your shit to it? See, it's not about what you can, the fuck that nigga say. It's not about what the facts is what you can prove. It's like, well, that's what it is. And I'm showing it through going through the archives and just keeping it 100. Like, I got to do that white cargo video. I have to. I got to show people the connection between the 300,000 slaves. Again, I got to do it again because it's like, bro, something's not right here. But I'm telling you, they're both involved. So it's going to be kind of hard to, like, it's hard to find a person like me, especially on the internet, like in life. It's going to be hard to find somebody like me because I'm going to tell you something. Don't matter how dark the skin is. That don't mean that they down. It don't matter how white the skin is. That don't mean that they evil. That has nothing to do with it. It's all about the brain anyway. That's why you guys read on religion and started floating off. No, motherfucker, you're reading. They're putting those emotions in your body. Like, oh, this is what it is. Bruh, you're reading. This is a book. Close it. Did you learn? Did you get something? Did you educate yourself on something? Because I tell people in a heartbeat, ain't nothing wrong with religion if you know how to use it. Otherwise, you don't need that shit. When it first came out, everybody was illiterate. Holy books were really for only hierarchy people. That's why in Egypt, the priests are right under the Pharaoh. They're right under the Pharaoh. Then your Pharisee or your scribes, but the priests are right under the Pharaoh. Guess what else? In England, the science was the king at the top, and guess who's right under him? The lords. See, it's deep science. It's a deep science. It's a deep science. It's a caste system. You know, like spell cast, casting, spell caster. That's why you're supposed to cast out the demons. You see? It's like, yo, it's a deep game. But it's all a mental thing. And isn't that what they're talking about right now? Oh, America has such a mental health problem. No, they don't. America don't have a problem at all. America's problem is you guys have let the demon rats out the cage. You have let the demon out. How the fuck did you vote slimy Joe Biden in when he had already been called out for his plagiarism back in 1989? He had been called out for being a lying fake plagiarist back in the 80s. And this motherfucker has been in that Senate since the 70s. And all the way in 2020. Demon time. Check it out, demon time. Y'all vote this wicked, big-ass Harry Potter Bible swearing on bitch-made motherfucker in. And look what happened. You talk all that shit about Trump you want. You had some money. You was talking about racism. Y'all putting that shit in y'all head. The same criminals were still doing the same shit during their fucking Trump years that they is in the Biden years and the Obama years and everything. Y'all ain't never stopped no fucking criminal. Your music too dumb for you to think like that. You can't think about stopping crime when you fucking creating it on a goddamn song. See, they've been poisoning us with the rap to prison pipeline. They been did that. That was a secret meeting in the 80s. They had been talking about this. Oh, Public Enemy, all they talking about, nigga, they was part of it too. Remember, that's that Pan-African racist shit. Either way you went, you were fucked. You had no damn self-love. You was talking about racism. Mixing that with crime. That's your 90s right there. That's your late 80s, early 90s right there. Racism and crime. And then you see Pac with fucking black and white on, arguing with the white girl with black and white on, talking about what you know about my community and all this different stuff. We ain't got no pepper spray and we ain't got no vests and we don't. Well, nigga, wait a minute. What the fuck is going on in your community where you would need all that? You talking about from the police? Because remember, you said you don't incite police violence. That's not what you're talking about. You're talking about protecting yourself. From who? Oh, they're Steve's killers. Why? Isn't that what the white woman's saying about your music? But you're not getting it. Or are you? See, that's the scary shit about this game. Their key is racism. It's Democrat special play. Racism. Everybody always talks about it, but they don't realize how they use it. Build up your emotions to spell cast you. And then they put you in these caste systems. It doesn't matter that BLM had Antifa with them, which is a bunch of rich white kids. So you got these poor black kids following these rich white kids who all get to go home. They all get to go home. They're all rich. You destroy all your area. From a group that was 3 lesbians strong, and they robbed you for $100 million and never did anything for nobody. Not even the people's names that they used. They didn't even drop them $1 million. Nothing. All behind George Soros, all behind the Ink Blue, whatever the hell that shit was called. They were all promoting Democrats. All provided, all helping Democrats. Now they say they want to teach racism in your schools. Jamie Foxx is a clone. Black girl sees a toddler on the freeway. Doesn't really happen. Another one gets arrested in Dubai yelling at people. What's going on? Are you getting emotionally trapped again? Are you about to vote for Joe Biden because he gave you a Emmett Till statue? Same way he gave you a George Floyd one. Then a Harry Tubman. Is that really going to stop the insanity that's going on in your neighborhoods? Is that really going to stop the insanity that's going on? Period. I highly doubt it. But remember, this is why it's hard to get them. Because you're worried about the wrong shit. The Jamie Foxx clone thing is just stupid. They're playing with you when it comes to dates of videos because you cannot date this video. You can't. You only know that it was given to you 2 days ago. Okay, but he has the same haircut that he had 2 weeks ago. But 12 days ago, he had a bald head. This is weird. weird. Check it out. Check it out for yourself. Check him out on the boat. Then check him out in the SUV. Then check him out in this video. And you tell me something. Is it making sense? Or is it not? Keep your eyes open and realize the stakes are at hand.